It's easy to be critical of government officials. Every action they take falls under public scrutiny. Standing up for what they feel is in the best interest of citizens can still draw opposition from colleagues and the public. Political service requires a certain dedication and fortitude, found in few men. It brings to mind one who served here in Hillsborough, and I think he was among the best. Born in Daytona in 1924, the boy moved with his family to Harbor Beach, Michigan, but returned to Florida's East Coast in 1929. A good student and popular among his peers, the senior class at Seabreeze High School voted him most versatile. The bombing of Pearl Harbor obliged his strong sense of duty, and the young man joined the Army in 1942. Commissioned as an officer at the young age of 18, led to combat in the European campaign, where service as a tank platoon leader of the 2nd Armored Division won him both the Bronze and Silver Stars. During the Battle of the Bulge, heavy fire led to an explosion, and hot shrapnel scattered throughout the platoon. Our hero was among those injured, and by his own words, he felt death was upon him. His strong will pulled him through, and the Purple Heart was pinned upon his chest. After his return, the pursuit of education was his top priority. After receiving a degree from Stetson University, the young man began a distinguished career practicing law. By 1956, the desire to serve his fellow man on a grander scale steered the lawyer towards politics. Elected to the Florida House of Representatives, he served for 8 years. His devotion to fairness, along with his high ethical standards, earned him the moniker Conscience of the House. This began a long career of political public service that included a run for the governor's office, a term in the state senate, and a seat on the Florida Supreme Court. In between services at the state level, he also contributed to his local community as attorney for the Volusia County School District and the cities of Ormond Beach and Daytona Beach. As a senator in the late 60s, he presided over the trials of 52 officials suspended by the governor, establishing the rules for suspension and removal of public service from office. In 1988, he accepted an offer from our Board of County Commissioners to become Hillsborough's lead attorney. Within 2 years, he was the county's chief executive officer. In the role of county administrator, this seasoned veteran of Florida politics and legislation was both decisive and thorough. He helped establish a new health care plan for residents who couldn't afford the most basic of services. New libraries in Citrus Park and College Hill opened under his tenure, and he improved the response time for residents' questions and concerns by ensuring quick and courteous answers to the public from county employees. This champion of fairness also took the lead on establishing diversity within county government, creating the offices of African American and Hispanic Affairs. I think he would be most proud of his strong commitment to an open and fair government. Certainly his most tangible achievement as Hillsborough's administrator is the consolidation of county offices into a centralized location. Today, this 28-story building bears his name, and the granite that composes its facade is a fitting symbol for a man that many consider a legend of Florida politics, Frederick B. Karl. In 1992, the purchase of what was then known simply as County Center put more than 1,700 employees in over 30 departments and agencies under one roof. The building not only gave citizens a one-stop facility for dealing with their local government, it also meant a savings for taxpayers, allowing closer supervision of employees and keeping worker transit time to a minimum during travels to and from meetings. The funds used to purchase the structure would otherwise have been paid out in rent. The cost per square foot of office space was significantly lower than other buildings in the downtown area. When the financing comes to end in 2021, at least 20 years of service will still remain in the structure at no cost to the public. In 2000, the building was renamed to honor the man that made its purchase a reality. Today, countless people pass through its halls to speak to the representatives and fulfill their civic responsibilities. Law turned out to be a great profession for the East Coast boy born into the Great Depression. You know, there's another lawyer raised here locally that has a different type of public building bearing his name. It stands just a few blocks from here. But that's another story for another time.